Hey guys, and welcome to today's task. For today's task, we are going to be talking about an odd but necessary DIY task, testing for methamphetamine. I have purchased an online kit that will show me if I have the presence of methamphetamine in this house. Now, I really want to give a strong disclaimer right here. This test only tests for the presence of methamphetamine. It can be purchased online. It's about $30. They do have stronger tests and stronger devices that you can buy, but all I want to know is if there's meth here or not, and if there is, then we'll go about mitigating it the proper way. I will link this particular test in the description down below. It comes with a parchment paper surface for working. It comes with the actual test itself. It comes with a guide to show you how to rate your test. It also comes with a syringe to produce the test, a couple of beakers, sterile gauze pads which we'll use, the solution used to extract the test, and rubber gloves. I highly recommend using these. Next is these location markers that we're going to place around the house. When I called this lab and asked them where to test, they said a few areas that are usually the best indicators are 1, the air intake on the furnace, and 2, light switches, and 3, the stovetop. We want to use these location markers to show the area that we're going to pull from in our test and to give us a sample number and a date so that we have as much control as possible in our test. Location number 2. Station number 3 on the air intake is set. Because the chemicals that we're going to be dealing with, not so much this chemical, but the fact that there might be methamphetamine there, I really do want to protect myself. And I don't want to contaminate the test in any way, so I'm going to use gloves for both, protecting me and to protect the test. Ready to go. This test is really simple. You take 3 different pieces of gauze, 1 for each location and marker that we made. Put a little bit of this fluid in there, get that wet. Then we scrub the location down, and we want to cover all of the testing space given. Next, we take the syringe that was given, open it up, put our piece of gauze that we just tested into it, and start compressing. A small cup is given, and you push that chemical into it. It won't be present on the camera, but there is a small amount of chemical in that cup, and we need that. We're going to keep this cup, and each sample we take, we're just going to keep putting it in the same cup. Now that we've done the process once, we do it for all 3. It recommended to test a light switch because hands that have smoked the methamphetamine most likely are turning on and off the same light switch. So we're going to test this area as thorough as we can as well. Test number 2. Squeeze it in your syringe and extract. I'm going to see if I can do this up high and not drip any so you guys can see that there is fluid coming out of this. Just that little bit of fluid, and we're going to keep adding to it. I thought about making a montage about this, but I don't know that you can really make a playful montage about testing for methamphetamine. It's a serious situation. It's a little bit sad, but it's just one of those precautions that I think you really need to consider if you're going to be doing a renovation and purchase a house that you don't know the history and details of it. You're better safe than sorry. This test is going to come back absolutely filthy. Don't be worried about that. We're just looking for what's in the test, not so much the dirt, dust, and mold. And finally, test number 3. Now that we've tested all of our sample areas, it's time to take the fluid that we pulled and put it on our test strip. It looks similar to a pregnancy test. This is not good news though, guys. We are going to take a small amount of the fluid, it says we don't need a ton, and drop it right onto the testing plat. Now, to be clear, on the test is the C line. That stands for the control line. That means that the test actually worked. In 10 to 15 minutes, we will see that the test has been completed. If that line doesn't show up, it means the test is wrong and we need to buy a new kit and retest. But if that purple line shows up, that means the test worked properly. Second, we're looking for an MET line, which stands for meth. Now, you would think that a dark purple line means the presence of meth, but it's actually the opposite. And it gives you a guide on this card that it comes with about how strong the methamphetamine can be. The fainter the line, the more methamphetamine is present. Once again, this does not tell you the exact number. It does not count as a state certified test. It is just to tell you that you have methamphetamine and further action needs to be taken. So our 5 minutes have passed in the test and we are showing a clear line at the MET section, which means there is a confirmed presence of methamphetamine. So my test came back positive. Now what? I will hire a local company to come in and do an actual state certified test. It'll cost a little bit more money, but it'll tell me the number of particles in the air that actually have methamphetamine. And that's the test you really need to know. You need to know if you're above or below a certain number that the state gives to allow the house to be livable or not livable and to require mitigation. So that's the next step with this test. But I wanted to show you just how simple it is to test in your own home or renovation home that you're doing so that you can confirm whether or not you have methamphetamine. I will leave a link in the description below for the kit that I used to test your home for methamphetamine. I will also leave a couple links in the description for resources to look at for state certified testing that you will need to do if you receive a confirmed test. I hope this has been very informative for you guys. This is kind of a thing that we're dealing with on this project right now. It's the necessary evil, which stinks, but it's just part of what we're gonna have to deal with. If you guys liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you wanna receive notification for every video that we put up and not miss anything on this project and other projects we're working on, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Hey guys, and welcome to today's task. Go pee in the bathtub. What are you doing, bud? Are you going potty? Is set. Now that we've extracted all, we'll go to the potty in just a second, okay, bud?